Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great start to your month. I can't believe 2020 is almost over. It's almost hard to believe, but honestly, I think everyone is ready for this year to be over. As you can see, I'm getting really into the holiday spirit with all of these decorations. Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I just had to make it my theme this month. For my cover page, I wanted to create these two huge candy canes tied together with a bow. And I'm using my jelly roll pens because gel pens are supposed to show up really well on black paper. Unfortunately, as I'll show you in a second, the red pen really didn't show up as well as I wanted it to. It was kind of dull and gross looking. So what I ended up doing is drawing everything in white where I wanted the red to go and then going back over it with the red pen to make it a lot brighter. This ended up being a really tedious process because gel pens take forever to dry, but with my theme being Christmas, I couldn't not have a bright red because that would be 50% of my colors right there, just gone. I'm using the Archer and Olive blackout journal this month because my November spreads completely filled up my last journal, and I got a brand new journal, but I just couldn't get myself to start that journal with December. That just felt really wrong to me. So I had this blackout journal just kind of laying around. I haven't quite used it too much. So December is just kind of gonna be stuck in here, which is actually okay with me because my bullet journaling this year has just been all over the place. I actually started bullet journaling back in 2018 and then just stopped for almost 2 whole years. But then I picked it up again this year in mid-August in a journal that was honestly used for other things. So it's just been a mismatch array of all different stuff in my bullet journals. Next, as you can see, I wrote December in big letters at the top of the page and then used green and white alternating colors to fill it in. While I was waiting for the white to dry so I could go over it in red, I decided to doodle some little holly in the corners at the bottom because it seemed a little empty, and I ended up really liking them, and you'll see that I decided to use them again and again throughout my spreads. Moving on to the calendar page, I wanted to go completely all out and over the top on the Christmas theme here. So I cut out squares of green and red paper for each day of the month, and I'm gluing them in, alternating each color. Then I also cut out a sparkly green and red square for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day so they would stand out. Then I'm using this really pretty golden color from Uniball to fill in December. And as you can see, I actually had to cut out a piece from this book and place it over December because I spelled it wrong, so that's how I fixed that. And then I used the same color to create little bows on top of each day of the month to make them look like presents. And then I also went in with my white jelly roll pen to add a little bit more detail to each day and make it look like the presents were wrapped all the way around in ribbon. I also didn't film it, but I wrote each day of the month inside each corresponding present. And I know there is absolutely no room to actually fill out this spread because everything is just presents, but secret here, I don't actually ever use this spread. I think it's just a really pretty thing to look at and to just see the month overall in one page. And here's me adding more holly as decoration because I just can't get over how awesome I think that looks. Moving on to my habits and mood tracker. Don't mind the lighting change. These videos usually take me a couple days to film, and every day the lighting can be different. And I just realized I actually forgot to light my candle here, but you'll see me remember like halfway through. For my habit tracker, I wanted to tie it back to my cover page and use candy canes with each stripe being each day of the month. And as you can see, once again, I am decorating the top with my holly doodles. I'm using my Uniball Signal pens in gold for the header and then in white to outline the candy canes. And then again using my jelly rolls for the green holly and for the headers for the actual habits for the month. For my mood tracker, I wanted to create these pretty multicolored winding Christmas lights, and I realized halfway through that this will look like a pretty boring spread actually until I'm done with it, because I didn't want to outline the lights in anything. I wanted them to just be the Christmas light color corresponding to my mood, so it just looks like a line right now until I fill it in at the end of the month. And then my camera actually cut out me starting my content page, but I'm keeping it pretty simple this month with a merry and bright quote, my growth tracker, and then the days of the month so I can track what I'm posting on each day. And I'm using the same 3 pens as I am throughout my whole entire spread, the Uniball Signo in gold and then in white, and then the Jelly Roll in green. And then there was me realizing I forgot to light my candles this whole time. My sleep tracker is always my most simple spread. I always just write the days of the month and how many hours I slept. But I added a cute little dreaming present in the corner. On to my next page. As you can see, I already had an outline of what I wanted to do for my gift list, but then I erased the whole thing because I found these cute tags at Target with the most adorable red and white string that I thought fit perfectly with my theme. So my idea was to try to write out the word list in the string, which was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. And then I asked my boyfriend for his opinion, and he goes, "What's gift hot?" And I realized that the string looked like the word hot and I couldn't unsee it. So off camera, I fixed it so it looked more like list. But I thought that was really funny. So my brain dump page ended up being my most frustrating page by far this month. I planned on creating this beautiful bright red bow smack dab in the center of the page with nothing else around it so it could just be the center of attention. And then I realized my jelly roll wasn't going to be bright enough for that, but I was still so determined to do this page because I loved the idea so much. So I ended up outlining and filling in the whole thing with a white Uniball pen, which took up a lot of time and ink. And then I had to wait for that to dry, which also took forever. And then I had to go back in and do it all over again with my red pen. And then I used my Micron pen in 05 to add more detail to the bow and to distinctly outline the different sections of it so it didn't end up looking like one big red blob. In the end, I think it turned out really pretty. It definitely was a lot of work, but I'm really happy with it. Last but not least, we have my first weekly spread of the month. Again, here we have my adorable little holly berries lining the border of the pages and a Dutch door in the middle so I can add my notes for the week. I found this spread on Pinterest and I thought it was such a pretty idea. I thought it would look even better on my blackout paper, and I think it really does. I think this stands out. It's such a festive page and I am so happy with how it turned out. In the original picture I saw on Pinterest, they had it just be one single weekly spread, so it was just 7 days. But the way my holly lined up, I thought it would look really good to add a day in each of the crevices of the holly. So my spread ended up being almost a week and a half rather than a week. So here's the final flip through of my December plan with me. I hope you all enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. I think December is one of the most magical months of the year, so I really hope my spreads did it justice. If you want to stay updated with all my monthly plan with me's and other bullet journal related videos, please click the subscribe button, and thank you all so much for watching.